Good morning. My name is Scarlett LaBuda, and I'm here with the early childhood education teacher,
Gianna Mirowski.
Welcome, Ms. Mirowski. Today we're going to be talking about early childhood education. So I guess we can start with where your interest in early childhood education came from.
So I am a oldest of three, so I always was in charge, and I really liked making sure that my brothers were able to learn the things that they needed to learn, so I was always in charge, and that followed me really throughout the rest of my educational journey. I said I want to make sure that kids have the foundational needs that they have to have.
Wow, that's really awesome. So after going to the ACC, what college did you end up going to, and why did you choose that college?
Yeah, so I attended the ACC 2012 to 2014 as a representative of Whiting High School, and then at graduation I went ahead and moved on to Purdue University down in West Lafayette, Indiana, and I really wanted to go away for college. I didn't want to just stay at home. I knew I wanted to go away, but I didn't want to go too far away, so West Lafayette was only about an hour and a half away, and it really was a Big Ten college, but the College of Education was a small town college feel. So I got the Big Ten college experience while also maintaining really close friendships and having one-on-one relationships with my teachers.
Yeah, that is really awesome. That's something that I'm looking for personally. So how would you describe your personal journey through this field? I mean, you started here and you almost did the 360s.
Yes, definitely. I knew I wanted to go into education, like I said, since the beginning. I volunteered my recess time in elementary school to go down to first graders to help them, and even throughout middle school and high school, I knew that education was something for me. So I ended up coming to the ACC and really solidified my decision to work with children ages birth to age 8. So I went into it, and then I knew, obviously, after graduation from college, I went into kindergarten. I did teach kindergarten for about 5 years, for the school city of East Chicago. And then the previous professor of early childhood came to me and she said, you have what it takes. I think you should give back to the ACC and really come home to the ACC.
Oh, wow, that is really sweet. So with that being said, is there anyone or anything that inspired you to work with children? I know you said your siblings, but
Yes.
Is there anyone in particular that really solidified that?
Definitely. So obviously I had a very huge love for education. And then when I was about in the 5th grade, my mom ended up going to Purdue Northwest now for education, and she became a teacher. So she's in her 14th year of teaching, and seeing her not only go through the college process of becoming an educator, but then going on to teach for the school city of Hammond, I got to see her growth and her passion, and it really helped solidify that, okay, this is something I really want to do.
Okay, so was there any other career options, or has it pretty much always been early childhood?
It really has only been early childhood. When I did go down to Purdue, obviously Purdue is known for being the cradle of astronauts, and they produce some of the best engineers and some of the best astronauts that we have come to see. So there was this time when I was like, oh, an astronaut or aeronautical engineering would be really cool, but you need a lot of math for that, and I'm not that great at math.
I totally understand that. I am an English person until
Yes.
I die. So what do you believe will set your students up for success while being in your class?
So I believe that I have a pretty good foundation of early childhood, and it's something that I have a passion for. And a lot of times in this day and age, education is something that we're seeing dwindling in numbers, especially in high school and collegiate programs. So knowing that I have a passion for it, I'm more than certain that I can be able to ignite their passion for education as well, and create not only some really great educators, but even some students will go on to work in the medical field, some students will go on to do social work, and a plethora of different opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely, and that also ties into like Skills USA. You get
Definitely.
to use your skills and go on to compete in the early childhood education. So how do you plan to prepare your students? Is there anything specific that you guys do, or is it just regular coursework?
Yeah, so I have a very interesting take on Skills USA, because while I did attend the ACC, I was a participant in Skills USA. So I did compete both years and even competed on the national level, gaining a medal in the event that early childhood does.
Yeah.
And then For the last 10 years, while I've been out of the ACC and in college and even in my professional career, I've come back to the ACC and help judge regional competitions. So I've seen Skills USA kind of like a 360 view. I've seen it as a participant and some of the stuff that I needed to be able to be prepared and really help feel like I was ready. But then I also had different experiences as a judge. I was able to see, what we were looking for, what stood out from certain components and what didn't. So I think I have a really good feel on what exactly can make champions at work for my classroom.
So how would you explain, that whole 360 going from competitor to judge to now instructor?
It is a crazy experience. Obviously, I can sympathize with my students with Skills USA is something that is very scary, and it's very something that you need a lot of self-confidence for. You don't necessarily need to believe that you're the best in the world and you're amazing, but you need to have a level of self-confidence in yourself. So being able to sympathize with my students and know, hey, I was in your shoes not that long ago, and look at how far and how much I've gained from doing Skills USA. Imagine how you can write your story now moving into the Skills USA portion.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think prepared you the most when you were a student competing in skills?
Definitely coming to class every day and coming prepared. I knew that coming to the ACC was a privilege, and being able to participate in real job-like experiences was something that was very important to me. And while I was coming to the ACC, I was also gaining confidence in my skills, and my professor and instructor for the ACC really helped instill a love for Skills USA in me, to where I knew what I wanted to do with Skills USA, and I knew the confidence that I needed, and being well prepared really set me up for success.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that I can say about the ACC as a whole. All the
Definitely.
Instructors really do prepare you to their best ability and make some amazing competitions happen. What do you believe is an important skill set for your students that could be applied anywhere that they learn in your classroom?
Definitely, obviously, I've talked a lot about how important confidence is, and it, like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean that you believe that you are the best in the world and you can do anything you want, but being able to be very sure of your skills and know that you have what it takes no matter what the obstacle is. Going into college, I was able to apply for jobs and do all of these different things because Skills USA gave me experiences in interviewing, and I was able to work with kids because I had all of these experiences in my ACC class. So being able to take what they learned here and move it forward instead of it just being something you come and do 3 hours a day and then move on.
So what advice would you give anyone interested in pursuing an early childhood education career?
I would definitely tell them, well, first, get into the ACC. I think the ACC really does do a great job of preparing students with the foundations and the stepstones that they need to become successful educators, to become successful teachers of children. And then definitely look into what exactly you want to do with early childhood. A lot of times, early childhood seems to be, they want to be teachers, but there are so many different fields you can go into. You can become a children's author, you can go into pediatrics, you can go into physical therapy for children, even child dentistry. There are so many different things that child development will help you with in all aspects of a career, not just being an educator.
So with that being said, when you're looking for different colleges for early childhood education, what are some key points that you would recommend looking for?
I would definitely obviously look at your college and see if they offer an early childhood program, and if they do, what are the stipulations? So a lot of times colleges will cut off early childhood at 3rd grade. If something is, like, let's say you want to teach an older grade, you would be more so in the College of Education. And sometimes the early childhood doesn't always sit in the College of Education, but rather the College of Human and Society or Health and Humanities.
Alrighty, well, that is all that we have for you today. I want to thank you for coming in and interviewing with us today.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much for having me.